What's up, everybody? Shun the King here, and I'm here to talk about E3 2012, Nintendo's press conference. Just want to let you guys know ahead of time. This video might get a little ranty. Uh, I got before I get started, I gotta say, I'm not the biggest Nintendo fan out there. I own a Nintendo Wii. I've owned every Nintendo product that they've come out with. But I'm typically just like one of those basic, first party Nintendo game fans. I only got the handheld systems for Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh, and I only got the systems for Smash Brothers or Mario Kart. Third party games I do not play on the Nintendo systems. Um, when it came to the Wii U, it was announced last year. They actually talked about a lot of different things, and it looked intriguing at first. Last year's E3 was actually kind of like a clusterfuck, actually, because they came on stage and they talked about this controller for the Wii U, and it has touchscreen, it has this, but they didn't talk about the system at all. So towards the end of the press conference, you didn't really know clearly if the gamepad was a system, was it a handheld, what, you didn't know. And to me, I thought that Nintendo failed E3 last year. So this year, with the Wii U coming out this year, I thought for sure they were going to bring their A game. They were going to show games. They were going to show Zelda. Because keep in mind, Zelda last year they had a conceptual product running for the Zelda game. It was a concept. It was running on the screen. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, they're going to give me Zelda. We're going to get Mario. We're going to get Star Fox, Donkey Kong, something. And E3 2012 came and went, and we got nothing. But I'll get into more details of that. Let's get started. All right, so the actual press conference started off with Pikmin. Again, not a huge Pikmin fan. That's cool. I'm not going to hold anything against it. Not a Pikmin fan at all. I played Lemmings on the SNES back when I was like 12, but Pikmin is not a game that interests me whatsoever. So I was looking forward to that. Um, you know what? I actually want to pause there for a second. I'm gonna actually flip things up. Usually, I just give a review from start to finish, and I tell you everything that was shown. But I'm pretty sure all of you actually saw the press conference from start to finish. So I'm not gonna recap that. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna literally talk about what I liked, talk about what I didn't like, and then just give you my overall impressions. That'll make things a lot quicker. You guys can breeze through this video, and you can give me your thoughts on E3 for Nintendo. So again, let me start off what I did like. All right, the controller. I did love the fact that the controller comes in black. I love the fact that they are giving us a pro controller. So if you want to play regular games like a gamer, you can use the pro controller. Yes, it does look like a Microsoft Xbox 360 controller, but who cares? That's exactly what I want. I don't want it to be innovative. I want it to look like something I'm familiar with so I can play it. So anybody that's biting on Nintendo because they copied an Xbox controller, get over yourselves. Everyone copies everyone. It happens. What else did I like? The games that I liked. The one game that I did like, and unfortunately the only game that I did like, was the Zombie U game. I thought that was very innovative, the way that they use the controller. If you want to snipe, you gotta actually like zoom in with the controller, and you gotta move things around to see things in infrared, and you gotta like use a little keypad to open doors. I thought all that was very innovative in the zombie game. Like if you're getting bit, you gotta like shake the controller to get them off you. Love that. So Zombie Wii U definitely looked like a game I'd be willing to play. They also showed a new Mario Brothers game called New Super Mario Brothers Wii U. Now this is the problem I have with this game. About 2 years ago, maybe two years ago, they came out with a new Super Mario Brothers Wii. This game, Super Mario Brothers Wii and Super Mario Brothers Wii U, look exactly the same. The same graphics engine, the same color scheme. It looks exactly the same. I don't care what any one of you guys say. I felt like Nintendo took the franchise that was working and they played it safe. They was like, look, new Super Mario Bros. Wii sold like shit on our Nintendo Wii system. We don't have to try really hard, so let's just give them a port, update the graphics, give them a couple of more upgrades, like, a couple of more Yoshis, or, give them a couple more wingsuits and stuff like that, and the masses will be happy. Like, I felt like they didn't even try. And then on top of that, they showed another Super Mario 2 for the 3DS. It looks just like the one that's on the Wii U. So it even undermined what they did before even more. So it's like you got new Super Mario Brothers Wii U up here, that looks just like Super Mario Brothers Wii for the Wii, and then right underneath that you got Super Mario 2 for the 3DS. It looks just like the one that's on the Wii U. So you got three games that look almost identical, and you're trying to post that off as a new game? Come on, son. Anyway, so that I had an issue with as well. Um, what else did I like? Let me think. I like what they're doing to social networking. I definitely think that that's a step in the right direction. I like how you can pause the game. I like the video chat. I like how you can sit your controller down and you can video chat with people. As long as you don't have to go through a tiresome process to friend people or to see people, hopefully that we can get, in game talking to people, something to that effect. Like you can get on PlayStation or on better done on Microsoft. That'll make me happy as well. Let me see. I think that was about it that I saw that I actually did enjoy. Now, unfortunately, when you talk about stuff that you like, you got to talk about stuff that you didn't like. And unfortunately, there was a lot more that I didn't like about this conference than I actually did enjoy. One of the biggest things that I said, and I was talking about this on Twitter to a bunch of my followers and other people, what did Nintendo need to do in order to make this press conference work? And for me, what I thought is, number one, you got to talk about the system. This thing is going to be released in holiday 2012. You have to talk about the system. What can it do? Is it going to have backwards compatibility? We already know that you can use your old Wii controllers on it, but outside of that, the only thing they mention is that it's going to be able to play Hulu, Netflix, and Amazon movies. Big whoop. We already have that on Xbox. We already have it on PlayStation. So you saying they can do it on Wii U is nothing special. Then they didn't mention a release date. That's what I wanted to see. They just said holiday 2012. I guess we'll get that at a later date. But I'm just like, when you're talking about video games and you're talking about E3, this is the biggest platform that you're going to have to talk about your system. It doesn't get any bigger than E3. So if they're waiting for something else later on down the line, that to me is just stupid. You have the most people watching your company at one given time, and you decide to not say when you're going to release your system, and it's almost 6 months away. This is 6 months from launch. You guys are already in production of your system. I know it. And if this is the titles that you guys are going to be releasing on your launch day, not impressed. Not impressed at all. Sorry. Again, they. And again, guys, I really wanted Nintendo to win this year. I did. I was excited about the Wii U and the prospects that it had, but I just felt like Nintendo just literally took a huge shit on my chest and then tried to tell me it was a lollipop. That's just the craziest way I can think about saying it, because again, I just felt like, and again, I read the boards. I'm on IGN, I'm on GameSpot, and I'm reading the comments, and even Nintendo fans are pissed off about this. Even diehard Nintendo fans were not happy with this presentation. I just actually got finished watching the E3 All Access Live on Spike TV, and even like Adam Sessler and everybody that's talking about it, they were all underwhelmed on this press conference. So again, it's not just me, it's not just regular gamers. It looks like a general consensus that everybody was disappointed with what Nintendo had to do. They literally had a ball in their court. You had Kobe Bryant ready to slam dunk that shit right in Shaq's face, putting his nuts all up in his face, and they didn't do it. They just literally dropped the ball and ran away crying. That's kind of how I felt about it. And I'm just like, it's, again, let's talk about 3DS. They talk about Paper Mario. Paper Mario is a game that everyone loved, from the older, generation Nintendo games, but it's on Nintendo 3DS, nothing on the Wii U. So you get Paper Mario, but it's only on Nintendo 3DS. And they talk about Scribblenauts, but I don't give a fuck about Scribblenauts. Sorry. All those games, I'm just like, where's Zelda? That's the thing. That's the most important part I want to talk about. Again, where was Zelda? You showed a tech demo for Zelda last year. We get no Zelda information on this one. You guys have Metroid, no Metroid, no Donkey Kong, no Star Fox, nothing. And when you're Nintendo, your bread and butter is your first party titles, and you guys are not talking about any of those titles whatsoever. To me, that's a fail, complete and utter fail. You could at least gave me Zelda. I mean, you guys had a tech demo for it. There's no way you're going to tell me that within a year you couldn't give us anything. And the funny thing is that when the conference first started, I could tell that Reggie wasn't going to announce anything on the system because you can hear it in his voice. He was like, "We're not here to talk about the system. We're here to talk about the games." And as soon as he said that, I was like, "Oh shit, we're not going to get any information on this damn system. He's just going to talk about a bunch of lackluster games, and he's going to get off that stage very quickly." And that's exactly what he did. So now I was supposed to be grading each company's press conference, and it's going to be kind of difficult. I can tell you right now, in my eyes, Sony is in first place. So Sony PlayStation is in first place in my eyes. And the only thing I'm trying to convince myself is who should get second place. Is it going to be Nintendo or is it going to be Microsoft? Now Microsoft, I'm kind of on the fence with. In general, like I said, I was going to do a video for them, but it wasn't enough to talk about. So I'm actually going to talk about it on here. I mean, they talked about Microsoft Smart Glass or whatever it was called. Great idea, but I think it's pointless technology. I'm like, unless you're telling me that I can play my Xbox from my tablet, being able to control it is pointless from my smartphone. If I'm about to play my video game and I have my smartphone in my hand, if I'm about to play my game, there's a controller right there. Why don't I just pick the controller and play? Why do I have to access it from my smartphone? That makes no sense. Now, again, there might be more integrations going on with that. You know, and Microsoft also talked about NHL, NBA, NFL all coming to the Xbox 360. We got an internet browser, you know. Big whoop. Big whoop. Where's the first party games? They didn't show anything. They showed 3 games, and the 3 games that they did show, they didn't even have like in game, and then they were lackluster. I don't even remember the names of them. To be honest, I don't even remember. The only thing that they showed that actually was worth my time was Halo 4, which looks fantastic. I will praise Microsoft when showing us Halo 4, and also Tomb Raider looks fantastic. But again, that's not a first-party title; it's a third-party game, which means it's going to also be on PlayStation 3. So how can I really praise Microsoft for showing Tomb Raider when it's going to also be on PlayStation? Same thing goes with Call of Duty. You know, Black Ops 2. It looks like a fantastic game, even though I've seen every iteration of that kind of thing already. But again, it's going to also be on PlayStation 3. So how do you really give Microsoft points for that? You know, and again, you know, Microsoft is saying that, oh, we will have all the DLC out weeks earlier. Big whoop. Still not enough for me to say, oh my God, you know, Xbox is the destination for that game just because you can get you can get the DLC a couple weeks earlier. Now, if you're going to sit there and tell me you're going to get the game released a month earlier, then yeah, that's something special. But if the game's going to release worldwide on every system, it's not really a big step above. I'm sorry. But now that I think about it, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give second place to Nintendo. Honestly, now I should have gave again. I guess because I didn't really have much high expectations for Microsoft this year, because I knew they were going to focus most of their stuff on the Connect. But overall, I was still impressed with what the Wii U can do as far as the controller is concerned. Like, I do like the features that's in the controller. I do like the color schemes. I do like the Pro Pad. I do like what they're trying to do, but I just did not see enough games on the system to convince me to buy it. So again, I'm going to give them second place. And again, it's a very close race. Probably just being decided by like a point or two. But again, funny enough, before I end this video, I want to say the actual winner of E3 was Ubisoft. I mean, like, Ubisoft came out for everybody's press conference and they were announcing games left and right, and their games all looked awesome. So I mean, if there was a winner here, it would be Ubisoft, not Sony, not Xbox, and not Nintendo. But Reggie, you guys over there at Nintendo, man, you guys got to get your shit together because you guys cannot have another lackluster system coming out. And right now, Wii U is just not it. But again, I want to know what you guys thought about E3's press conference for Nintendo. Comment in the section below. Thumbs up for the E3 in general. Subscribe. This is Sean Up the King. You guys have a great night.